All right, welcome back to the show. We are down here at the Missouri hunting cabin. We're going to get started on fixing this 30 by 40 up. So as I told you guys before in the intro to this was an existing cabin on a piece of property. We actually got all the in-floor heat, all the plumbing in the floor, all the insulation, all that kind of stuff done, but these windows leak. Whoever built it didn't flash them right, so they've been leaking. It's not wrapped. We want to use spray foam, so we're going to go ahead and strip all the metal off the outside, wrap it. We got all new windows, better windows going in, so we're going to get all the steel off. We got to rip some gutters down, but anyway, let's go ahead and get going. All right, we got all the steel off in an hour and a half, which is pretty awesome. I'm gonna go to lunch, and then you can see this is what happens if you don't flash windows on a post frame with steel right. So we'll come back, we'll fix all this up, get our trims attached good with some galvanized roofing nails, and then we'll wrap the house and then get all the new windows put in. And the more I look at this, the more messed up this is. So we actually have quite a bit of fixing that we got to do with the way these windows were done. My dad wants shiplap in this whole interior. So what we're going to do is we're going to run 2x6s, 2 foot on center, up and down, and that'll give these 2x4 girths extra support. And we can beef up these windows. We just have to work through it and fix it and make sure it's right. So it's probably going to take us at least the rest of the day to get all the walls framed up and the new windows in, or wrapped and the new windows in, but it's just what we have to do. They notched this out here, which this box should have just been butted up to this and screwed in through the face. We ripped these 2x4s down so that when we spray our spray foam, it can be connected to the insulation that goes down along the slab and then underneath. That way there won't be any breaks. It's very important when you have a slab to break it from the outside. the way this was built with 2x4 girts, it just wasn't very sturdy. So I decided to do kind of a hybrid wall. And so we went through, put 2x6s, 24 on center, from a bottom plate up to a top plate, and then nailed these girts through into those, and that has really stiffened this wall up. And this is just one of those things when you're redoing something, you have to just figure out what the best way to do it is, and that's what I decided to do. And I'm telling you, this is really rock solid now. We're ready to wrap it, put all the windows and the slider in. Now all of our exterior walls are ready on the inside. But this is going to be really cool. You can see this is our slider here, framed in. Comes out under the covered porch, looks out over trees, valley. Here's a look from the inside. That was just our best option. I'm really happy with it. It has really stiffened this building up. We've got it as square and as plumb as we could with what we were working with. So now we're gonna get going on the house wrap and windows. We will put ceiling joists in 2 foot on center. So what we'll do when we get to that point is mark off our 24s on each end and then snap chalk lines across and then do undermount hangers. We're expecting rain the next 2 days, so we want to get all this part that's not under the porch done. So we got it all wrapped. We're preparing all our window openings. So this Tyvek will get wrapped in on the sides. Halfway on the bottom, we'll use a flashing tape on these sills, which I'll show you. And then the top will get rolled back. The top will get rolled up, and then we'll bring it over the windows. But I'll show you all the details of the window as we do it. Joe's preparing all the windows. I'm getting silicone and stuff like that. So once we get windows in, I'm gonna start making up the J-trim for the steel so we can get all this open spot, the steel back on today, hopefully. So what now we're gonna do now is we're gonna put our flashing up the sides just a couple inches across the bottom, up this side. Then we'll put silicone on the sides and the top, get our window in, and then we'll go on to the next one. We're using the Zip 9-inch flashing. All right, we got both of these sides done, this end done. We're up to the porch. I'm gonna put a door in, a window, and then we can get this piece that goes down and underneath and around this slider going. Windows have all went pretty well. Trimmed them out with some J trim. We're getting ready to put this sliding glass door in and went ahead and used this zip flashing to protect all this. Now we're gonna get the door in place. Perfect, just down to 1%. Before you put this window in, get me. All right, we got our flexible flashing here over the sill. Joe just ran silicone up the sides, across the top, and down the other side. You can see it's got the tie back wrapped up. That'll come over the top window flange. So now we're ready to put the window in, square it, plumb it, nail it in, and then we will tape. And when we tape it, we'll tape the sides and the top. We'll leave the bottom open, so if water was ever to get through, it could run off this sill and out the side. Joe likes to set a couple shims on here to kind of even up the window in the rough opening. And then if we need to, we can add a shim either here or here to level it up. Good. Is it pretty good or is it great? It's great. This side. Good?
It's good. It's great.
Good, that's what we like to hear. All right, so we're dealing with this door right now. As you can see, the old door was set down here in the concrete, and then for some reason the concrete guys put a 2x4 out here, which would have rotted. So we pulled it out. We're gonna fill this with Quickcrete, level this off here. Then we're gonna put a new treated sill in here, wrap it with a rubber seal, and then put our door in. So we got this zip flashing over the top of this treated sill. We'll grind this so it looks real nice once it's dry, so the water slopes away. We're under a porch, so it shouldn't matter, but here's the new door. All the windows are in, we got our slider in. It's still raining. It's been raining forever. got this steel here to do, and right up this side, so it shouldn't take us too long. All right, so despite all this rain, we were able to get all of the metal taken off, get it wrapped, get all the new windows in, new door in. We got all the external wall framing done, and so we are ready for spray foam, which hopefully we can get that done here yet this fall. Only thing we have to do is we have to get an electrician in here to move the electrical box. It's not where we want it because we're putting a kitchen where the electrical box is, so they're gonna come move that here in the next couple days. But looks pretty good. Definitely feels a lot tighter in here. So this electrical box is going to get moved to right here. So there will be a kitchen along here. And we will have plans for this cabin on our website here, hopefully in a few weeks. Does look nice. So that's going to be a wrap on this show for this cabin, and I know there's some questions I'm going to get. And this was an existing cabin, so we just did what we needed to do to shore this up structurally, get it wrapped, get new windows put in that are watertight, and just get it ready for spray foam. Obviously, if I was to build this, there's things I would do differently, but it's not something that I want to spend the money on to change, because this is just going to be a hunting cabin, and we're going to use it periodically, and it's going to be really awesome. It's going to be very structurally sound, it's going to be airtight, waterproof, and it's going to be awesome. So if you guys have any questions on anything we did, leave them in the comments and I'll do the best I can to answer them. But until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.